Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Leo Chen of Levitate Style. In this video, I'm going to be talking about all the different ways that I make money as an influencer. So if you guys are new to the channel, if you guys didn't know, I'm a fashion and travel influencer first. That is mainly what I do for a living. But in this video, I'm going to break down all the different ways that I make money, how I earn the revenue from all these different parts of the job. And also as a quick background, I study accounting. I worked at Morgan Stanley and Barclays before creating Levitate Style as like a creative side hustle. I kind of saw where Instagram and influencers and where that world was kind of going. So I did that as a side hustle thing and it became a full-time job. And now this is my new full-time career for the past 5 years now. So the number one way by far how I make my living, most of my revenue, is from my brand partnerships. So this is when you see the sponsor ads, the hashtag ad, and because I started on Instagram first, YouTube is really my secondary platform channel thing. My main thing is on Instagram, and so a lot of the brand partnerships you will see are on there. So that's when brands hire me to do a sponsored post, and that includes me shooting the content, that's me picking out the outfit, how to shoot the product, whatever it is, if I'm shooting outside, all the whole setting. So when you just check out a few of my sponsored posts, you will see they're all usually kind of different depending on the product, depending on the mood, depending on the vibe. So certain brands are more casual. If it comes to clothing, I'll do something more casual. If it's something more upscale, fancy whiskey, I'll put on a suit. So I like to kind of match up with the vibe so that it makes the most sense with the brand. Even the Instagram brand partnerships can be broken down many different ways. So number one, what I mentioned is the sponsored post, which is what you actually see when I post it on my feed. Now there's Instagram Reels, so brands could pay for a whole video thing. And then there is Instagram Stories. Usually, if you follow a lot of influencers, you notice the sponsored posts, there are sponsored stories to go with it. Brands like that as well because it's like another way to engage with the audience. Sometimes people only watch stories, don't even look at the feed. So stories, similar, you can kind of repurpose the kind of content and then you can do swipe up links, tap to shop, or to sign up, or it's really just to get the brand out there. So it could be many different ways, different reasons why the brand would want to do a partnership. While I am based in New York City, we used to have a ton of events, and sometimes the events are sponsored. So they would literally pay me to go to their event, to take photos there, to post about it, to do a story about it. Again, just to get that word out there, get that engagement with the audience, letting you know what the brands are doing, what a cool thing it is that they're partnering with a celebrity, or there's a special new store that's opening in New York City. And I would get paid a nice fee to go to these events as well. That was also a pretty good chunk of the revenue. I could say easily that was like 25% of my job, to go to events and promote it, talk about it, shoot it. Actually, the first year took a little hit because we didn't really have any events. Last year, I think a lot of brands changed the budget, so they changed the strategy of events to just going for the sponsored posts. That's mostly the Instagram posts, and that is the brand partnership. There's other things you can charge more for. So that's basically Instagram really quickly. The brand partnerships, there is the sponsored posts, stories, events, reels now, different ways depending on what the brand needs. The next one is content creation. So even before I was an influencer, I consider myself a photographer, videographer first, because that was my hobby, that's what I like to do. That was my side hustle back in the day. I was just doing photography, shooting events on the weekends and weeknights after work. Content creation specifically, if a brand likes how we shoot our stuff, they sometimes might just send us like a luggage or send their product, and we will only shoot the product, mostly without me in it. So that's not so much an influencer part of the job, but we're just hired as a content creation team, as a photographer, as a videographer to shoot that, and then that's the asset. We give them the finished product, the finished photo and the video, and they use that for their social media channel. They don't have to tag me in it, they own the photos and videos. I'm just hired as a photographer, so that's content creation. And then next I have YouTube, of course. So YouTube as well, I do some sponsored videos, mostly with fashion brands. They really like the fashion hauls that I've done in the past. There's some like one-off on different kinds of products as well on YouTube. YouTube's really my second, or I could even consider it third now that I have TikTok as well. But YouTube, I have the occasional ad in my channel, but I'm not as consistent on YouTube just because I get a lot of work on Instagram and I get overwhelmed and honestly too busy with also all the traveling as well. So YouTube, I have some sponsored videos with brands as well. Now the next one, of course, is the YouTube ad revenue, which is not a lot, but it's still a good amount, which I was like, oh wow, like it's a little something every month. For me, I think if we want to break down like the ad revenue, the finance videos, the stock videos, the videos where I talk about investing and stuff like that, the ad revenues on those are like way higher than the fashion ones, which is also why I wanted to do more of those videos, because time-wise, it is more beneficial for me. But also, I honestly like the topic because I'm spending way more time investing now than just buying clothes all the time. So I'm trying to find that balance between fashion and finance video for the channel. So I get some ad revenue from the finance videos, the fashion videos, but the finance videos do way better. So part of YouTube and also Instagram as well is the commission links. A lot of the links that I link products on Instagram and on YouTube, they have a little bit of commission. Usually it's like average maybe like 5%. So say you buy a pair of sneakers for $100, I maybe get $5, and then that gets a little tricky too, because if the sneaker was on sale, or if it's used with a gift card, or if the link was weird, or if they use another link before they check out, then I don't get anything at all. So affiliate marketing, I think I get some out of it, which is nice, but it's nothing like this is my full-time thing, just depending on the commission on those links. In my experience, from what I hear from other influencers, women's fashion do way better on commission links, just because statistically speaking, they just spend way more dollar amount in terms of like fast fashion. They're just more likely to shop on the phone, on the app, click the link and buy, versus I feel like guys in general, me as well, personally, I'm gonna do a lot of research before I buy this one jacket. I'm gonna do all the research and check out all the YouTube videos before I buy this one pair of sneaker, and then maybe. Affiliate link, I earn some commission on that, but it's not super big. But it is something that does come every month or every 2 weeks or something like that. And then now, another platform, of course, I am on TikTok. I'm not big on TikTok. I have about 75,000 followers on TikTok, which is nothing really. But I do have some sponsored campaigns on there as well. Also on that TikTok channel, I'm mostly fashion and travel. So I think, again, brands who are looking for specifically fashion people or travel people, they were able to find me. And also I work with agencies in the past, or a brand I've worked with in the past, and now they kind of want to try out TikTok video. They most likely would call me up first because they already know me, they already work with me, they already know what to expect, versus, you know, emailing some random TikToker out of nowhere that they've never met before. They don't know what to expect. They don't know how well they work together. So that's another way I've been making money. A few brand partnerships on TikTok. I think recently there's one with Timberland. So that was kind of nice. Again, that's completely separate from Instagram and YouTube. So that's been kind of nice spending some of that energy, some of that time to create content for TikTok and having different brand partnerships specifically on that platform. I think I got at least 2 more on this list, but one of them is modeling. So some brands hire me specifically just to model for them. I've done modeling for Allen Edmonds, Stacey Adams, Express. Those are some of the clothing brands I've modeled for. And in that case, it's similar in a way like content creation, where they're not putting my name on these because it's not like Levitate style. It's not like they're hiring this influencer. They're hiring me as a model. So the rate is not super high. I think it's like industry standard for model rate. Usually it's like a 2-day, 3-day shoot. So I do get that a few times a year, but my main job is not modeling. I think that's another thing I would like to do more of, because it's a nice break to be just in front of the camera. I don't have to worry about all the different logistics of where to shoot it, how to shoot it, what to wear, directing the shoot, creative ideas. It's nice to kind of just be on the other side and let the whole creative team tell me what to do, where to be, and I do my thing as a model. So I've done that usually a few times a year, so that's kind of nice as well. A little bit extra income on the side. I'm also not signed with a modeling agency. I have an influencer PR agency where I have a manager that helps me with my negotiations and contracts. I don't have a modeling agency just because I just never did it. That wasn't something that was super high on my list. And again, Instagram is my main thing. And I think this is last but not least, but I am also a public speaker. Mostly I have spoken on panels. So I've done panels with GQ, Priceline, Kimberly Clark, just to name a quick few ones. Basically, I'm on a panel. We could be speaking on different types of subjects. Of course, I gotta speak to my knowledge, my expertise. So usually it is fashion, it is social media, influencer space, and also talking about Asian representation because that is a big part of what I do. My passion, my purpose with Levitate Style is to have that positive Asian representation in media that we didn't really see in the past. So I do that with the public speaking. I've been on so many podcasts as guests, and also I'm also a co-host on a podcast with Asian Menswear. So if you check out the account on Instagram and on YouTube, Asian Menswear, we do weekly podcast episodes talking about different current topics or reviewing the latest movie, TV show that has Asian cast in it, and also talk about different topics as simple as Thanksgiving and Christmas, how different that is for an Asian immigrant, how different it is for an Asian growing up in America. I think it's a very interesting topic. Anyway, that is something else that I also do. It is income-wise very much the last on my list, but it's also another thing that I am passionate about. I feel like I have a purpose to do more of that. So that's why I've been doing more podcasts, guest interviews, and I do co-host my own podcast so that I can build that resume up so maybe I can have more speaking opportunities in the future.